Hey, what's going on, everyone? I've been talking with a number of different leaders all over the place, doing different interviews and whatnot, and I've been telling people about my little acronym that I came up with, which is SAFE. So, SAFE means keeping people safe that work with you, that work for you, that you work for, feeling safe in your role, right? So, what does SAFE stand for? Well, quite simply, it stands for keeping people supported, appreciated, right? Fulfilled and empowered. And I came up with that because so many people would ask me, like, how have I been able to build teams and improve retention and increase performance and all this other great stuff. And so I really had to think about it. And that's what I came up with. I keep people safe and I like to be kept safe, right? And I feel like when you keep people safe, supported, appreciated, fulfilled, and empowered, they'll stick around longer. And if a better opportunity presents itself, if they're feeling safe where they're at, then they're always going to come and say, hey, this came across my desk, or hey, I got this offer. Like, what do you think? And it'll be a discussion, and maybe it's, yeah, go, that's a great deal. Or it's, hey, no, we want to keep you here. So let's work on something different, right? So in that, and in all these discussions and reading and watching videos and just continuously learning, right? I saw a posting from Gary Vee. I'll throw it up here real quick. But the post basically talked about, care, right? And I love Gary Vee throws this stuff out there, and it kind of makes you think. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy in a short, clear, and concise way, right? But it made me think, like, there's a way to play with care and make it into something like I did with the word safe. So this quick chat, because I'm not going to try and make it too long, but I want to talk about having that care culture, right? Because when you interview for a job, and when a job interviews you, the reality is, skill set and everything else aside, are you going to be a good fit? Right? And I've been in roles, I'm sure you have too, that it wasn't a good fit. And maybe you stick it out. Maybe you stick it out for a long time. And that's when you really get that stress. Simon Sinek just did a talk about stress and how a lot of times it's when you're not able to do your job or you don't have the resources to do your job. So that makes you get stressed out. It's not necessarily the job. It's everything that encompasses it, right? So when you talk about a care culture, right, I like to think about it in the sense of the word care. What does that break down to meaning? Well, throw it up on the screen here real quick, but creating appreciation and respect for everyone. So this ties in with a lot of things that people are talking about right now, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? But do you really have a culture of that, or do you have a training on that? Right? And you guys have heard me talk about how diversity equates to innovation. And if you really have open candor where people can speak their mind and not have that fear of being put in a box or put in a corner or written up or terminated or passed up for promotion because they actually have their own mind and they think, right? If you have that open candor, that's where you're going to get the best innovation. And to me, if you have that care culture where you're creating appreciation and respect for everyone constantly, which means that it doesn't matter where you are on the hierarchy, right? Someone can tell you when you're kind of being a butthead, right? Someone can also tell you, hey, you were mean to someone, or hey, I appreciated what you said to them, or hey, you probably want to go talk to this individual because they're going through something. That's a culture that's wrapped around care, right? So, I would love for people to start using these, and I keep hearing people say they're going to steal my acronym of SAFE, still having a culture of care or a care culture too, because it's all about creating that appreciation and respect for everyone. Doesn't matter how long you've been with the company, doesn't matter what gender, what race, what religion, none of that stuff matters. Political affiliation, who cares? Do you feel safe? Do you feel cared for? And I guarantee you, if your agency, no matter how small, no matter how big, and it gets harder the bigger you get, right? But if things revolve around keeping people safe and there is a culture of care or a care culture, I guarantee you guys are at least going to be performing at a higher level. Now, as far as making all that money and everything, that more than likely is going to happen too. Because when you take care of home, home takes care of you. So I'm going to leave you with that. I told you I'm trying to keep this one nice and short. Keep your people safe and don't tolerate not being kept safe yourself, right? So if you're the CEO, if your board treats you bad, man, you got to let them know, right? You can cycle through board members too. But have that care culture at your agency, creating appreciation and respect for everyone. No exceptions, no negotiations on that. That's a must. And if someone isn't willing to do it, maybe they're not right for your agency. Anyway, this is Tito. I hope you got value for this. And if you did, I never ask this, but hey, like, comment, because I love to hear, was this good? Was this bad? What would you add? What would you take away? Subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're listening to the podcast, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Let me know what else you want to hear me talk about. I love doing the personal coach, the business coach, professional and personal development. And don't forget, with me, it's all about going from adversity to success. So if you've been through some stuff and you're trying to get back on your feet, hit me up. I can help you with that too. 12 years of prison, almost 13 years free now, rocking and rolling, making things happen more for others than myself, because that's what it's all about. Pay something forward this week. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Talk to you next time.